Now, it's been a horror weekend on our roads. 9 people have died since Friday and 10 others have been injured, some of them seriously. Compared to this time last year, 41 more people have been killed. So what is happening? Police say it's not a spike, this is a trend, whatever you call it. The road toll has been rising 4 years straight. Why? And newer roads are better designed, and each year vehicle makers find new ways to make our cars safer. Growing immigration has put more cars in our roads, but the rise in fatalities far outstrips population growth. 292 people have already died on our roads this year. That's incredible, isn't it? 292 people. So have we lost control of the wheel? Well, Sam Warburton from the New Zealand Initiative is a former transport agency analyst, and he's done a bit of his own research on this. Sam, what's behind the rise in the death toll?
Well, it's very difficult to say, but we can say what's not behind the cause, and that's increasing driving. So while people are driving more than they were about 4 years ago, about 15% more, deaths on our roads are up about 60%. In terms of lives, there's about 80 people more who will die this year than would have died if we had kept fatality rates at around 2013 levels.
We're spending billions of dollars on new roads, Sam. Why isn't that making a difference?
Those billions of dollars are on a small handful of roads, and there's a lot of things you can spend $1 billion on. The hundreds of black spots we've got around the country, safety barriers between lanes, more police, education campaigns. So when we look at these big projects, one of the questions that we should be asking is, can we get better outcomes by spending that money elsewhere?
Sam, you've crunched the numbers. Where are these deaths happening?
It's bearing out in a handful of regions. So if you're living in the upper North Island or the lower South Island, so regions like the Waikato, Bay of Plenty, Auckland and Northland, your risk is going up. If you're living in Otago and Southland, your risk is also going up. If you're living pretty much in the middle of New Zealand, risk is going down at about the same rate as it has for the last few decades.
Sam, Kiwis love a comparison. We like to see where we sit in the rankings. Are we doing better than Australia numbers-wise?
I haven't looked at that in a lot of detail, but historically New Zealand has been sitting much higher than comparable countries. So we at the moment are around about second worst in the OECD in terms of deaths per kilometre driven. We've been trending down along with the rest of the OECD, but our increase in recent years has looked a lot worse than what we've seen internationally.
Sam, thanks for chatting to us tonight.
No problem.